Hi guys, welcome back to What's on My Plate. So for tonight I'm making a stewed beef in red sauce. It's going to be delicious, you're going to love it. I'm going to make it and put it over pasta. So let's get started. Okay, so let's get started with my beef stew in a red sauce. So this is 1.5 pounds of a top round roast cubed up. Then I have 1 medium onion shredded. I have 2 cloves of garlic shredded. I have 1 can of 28 ounces of tomato sauce. Then I just need some salt, pepper, and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and that is all you need with this meal. And you can eat it over rice, or you can eat it over pasta or mashed potatoes. So let's get started with the sautéing, and that'll be the next step. Okay, so in a skillet, heat it up with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, so once this gets heated up here, we're going to go ahead and add our medium shredded onion. So that's going to go in next. Okay, so we're going to saute this to burn out some of the water from the onion. Okay, so let's burn out some of this water from the onion. And that's going to only be about 3 minutes. After the 3 minutes, we're going to go ahead and add our garlic in for about a minute, and then we're going to throw the beef inside. And then we're going to cook that till it's brown. So that'll be the next step. Okay, so now that 3 minutes have passed, I'm going to go ahead and add my garlic in. Okay, so we're going to saute this for about a minute. And so in here, I'm going to go ahead and add 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, and that's the only salt and pepper I'm putting in this whole thing. So mix that up. Okay. So the next step is to take the meat and start browning it. So I have it on medium-high heat, so just a few minutes. And if you have large chunks, you can cut them in half. But when it's stewing, it's all going to fall apart. Okay. So just let this get brown just for a few minutes. We don't want it to get cooked. Okay, so like this is already getting a little brown. So I'd say like maybe 2 to 4 minutes, just keep an eye on it. And then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so now that my beef is all browned, I'm gonna go ahead and add my sauce. Okay, and then with the same container, fill this up with water and then dump that in as well. That's the next step. Okay, so here's my water. Okay, mix it all up. Okay, now we're gonna let this get to a boil. Then we're gonna cover it and simmer it for about 1.5 hours. After the 1.5 hours up, we remove the lid and then we raise the heat a little bit and then we cook it for 30 minutes uncovered. And in the meantime, you get your pasta ready and then it's all done at the same time. So this is my beef stew in a red sauce and it's absolutely delicious and it's so quick, easy, and the ingredients are very simple. So let this cook and then we will get to the next step. So get this to a boil. Okay, so now 1.5 hours has passed. I removed the lid and I raised the heat and I'm trying to reduce the sauce a little bit. So we're gonna leave it on for about another 20-30 minutes and then it's done. In the meantime, I'm gonna start making my pasta. And then when it's complete, I will plate it and I will show you. And I thank you so much for watching What's on My Plate. Okay, so here's my food. It's plated, and you can see how tender the meat is. You just cut it with your fork. It's very tender. Again, this was a top round, so if you can get a more tender piece of meat, then it will be so tender. So it is fall apart, and it's absolutely delicious, and you're going to love it. So thank you again for watching What's on My Plate.